Hello, this is Jakob Johnson, and today I was speaking on the issue of plastic pollution and the impacts that it has on the environment and why it is an issue that needs to be solved. Plastic pollution is devastating wildlife around the world. In this week's news, a 20-ton whale washed ashore on the Isle of Harris in Scotland and it was dead upon arrival. It was later discovered that there were over 220 pounds of marine debris inside of its stomach, consisting of fishing nets and massive amounts of plastic, all balled up inside. This is not a rare occurrence, however. This happens daily around the world. Animals and marine life, such as birds, turtles, and fish, wash up on shores because they have fallen victim to the crisis of plastic pollution that humans have created. I want you to think to yourself, how often do you find yourself purchasing something at the store, and within minutes of buying it, you are throwing out some aspect of the product, for example, the packaging it's in. For instance, you get a 6-pack of soda. These 6 soda bottles are each in a plastic container and have a plastic cap, all held together with a plastic ring so you don't have to carry them individually. Then you get to the checkout line, and you see a candy bar at the counter you want. You get this too. It's wrapped in plastic. You take out your plastic debit card to pay. The cashier puts them in a plastic bag for you and you go on your day. All of these products you just bought are encased in plastic some way or another, and they are used for a few hours at most, and then they are thrown away to litter the world. According to Annie Leonard, the executive director of Greenpeace USA, 1% of all materials bought in the United States are still in use 6 months after it's purchased by a consumer. In addition, the amount of plastics in the ocean is expected to outweigh the amount of fish in the ocean by 2050. These mind-blowing statistics show how severe our consumption is as Americans, and it needs to change. While the pollution of plastics in our world is ever growing due to the corruption of corporations and lack of consumer knowledge, we can stop it through processes of governmental legislation to move toward a circular economy. A circular economy is one that has a system aimed at eliminating waste and to have continual use of its resources. This creates a closed-loop system that minimizes the use of resource inputs and the creation of waste, pollution, and carbon emissions. We need governmental legislation to make this type of system possible, as corporations will not change their ways unless they are required to do so. However, this will not come without people becoming aware of how bad the problem is, and governmental leaders will not do without we the people initiating them to make changes. So, write to your congressmen and women, because this is just the beginning of the problems humans have with the plastic crisis. Earlier this week, I spoke with my biology professor after a lecture of the crisis humans are creating on Earth. He brought forward the fact that Americans won't necessarily see all of the consequences our actions have in regards to the environment, climate change, and pollution. We will see coastal cities flood and see the decline of diversity of animal species and harsher weather, but we won't see the true implications our actions have that those all around the world will go through. We are changing the planet greatly, and we will have great problems to face in the future because of the severity of pollution, and plastics are just the start of the many issues we will face. So if we can't solve this, then we're going to have a very rough future. We may not see whales washing up on the beach anymore with their stomachs filled with plastics because there won't be any whales left. Again, this is Jakob Johnson, and this is the severity of the issue that we face.